Here's my problem. There's so many comics in the last few years that I've been reading, like, for example, Shadow Man or Animal Man, even Doctor Strange recently, that I'm enjoying, and then all of a sudden it goes into a crossover. And I am now forced to read another series that I don't want to read just to find out what happens. And I've dropped so many of these comics. What is your opinion on crossovers?
Well, I'm not a fan. Like you, it just seems like they're trying to manufacture sales when if they just did products they believed in, they wouldn't have to do that. It tends to alienate a lot of fans. In the past, I think when there were less comics being published and the comics were cheaper, people enjoyed crossovers because they would buy it all, but people can't afford to do that most of the time today. So you give people an excuse not to buy it, and they won't. So I'm not sure what the companies are thinking there.
I don't either. Here's my challenge. Can you think of a single classic comic that you like reading over and over again that's part of a crossover? Of all the great stories by Alan Moore and Grant Morrison, and even, say, Mark Waid or Garth Ennis or Neil Gaiman, are any of them part of a big mega summer event?
No, and that's the beauty of them, right? They're these self-contained things, right? So
Exactly. And you notice the crossovers, they usually affect, thankfully, the comics I don't pick up. Like I read, say, Moon Knight, Ms. Marvel. They don't usually get involved, so it doesn't really affect me. But when I do give other comics a chance, like I said, like Doctor Strange, inevitably after 6 months, they just go into a crossover, and that's when I lose interest.
yeah, I do the same thing, but even kind of more preemptive than that. I usually tend to gravitate or pick titles that I know will not be part of those crossovers for that reason, right?
So please, Marvel and DC and Valiant and all these other companies, no more crossovers, please.